So you wrote 43 exams. So how many of them you cleared? You got your admissions. What kind of transformation that you're going through inside?
Don't choose a singular path.
You have to keep up with the timelines of various admission process. How did you manage this? What was the role played by your parents? So you wrote 43 exams. So how many of them you cleared? You got your admissions?
About 7.
7.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. And finally you chose CEPT.
CEPT.
So what were the rest and why did you choose CEPT?
So I believe I got 2 admissions from Tyagaraja in college, both architecture and engineering. I got from Pondicherry University for engineering. I got from Indian Institute of Management Rohtak, IM Rohtak, and there were a few others.
Okay.
For me personally, I also got both urban design and civil engineering from CEPT, although I got urban design quite a bit later. I felt that I fit engineering more than urban design itself, which is why I leaned more towards it. The others, for example, Tyagaraja College of Engineering, Pondicherry University, just do not compare with CEPT because they're also worlds away. CEPT is almost an international tier university, something Tyagaraja or Pondicherry University cannot compete with.
Right.
Like, be it their lab facilities, their faculty, the student mix itself, it's very different.
Wonderful. So you talked about CEPT being creating a world of difference between school or probably the other institutions that you got admission into. So what kind of transformation that you're going through inside while pursuing your course in CEPT?
So the changes can be described into 2, both hard skills and soft skills. Now hard skills are things like, I don't know, improvements in my drawing, improvements in my model making skills, physics, the kind of subject oriented things.
Right.
That is probably expected of every college, but the level to which CEPT helps you out is quite astounding.
Right.
When you're used to school teachers who very much are not willing to get down to your level and teach you, compared to the faculty there, is very different.
Right.
When it comes to the soft skills, it improved things like my leadership, team working, my communication skills, and other things.
Right. Also interpersonal
relations.
And also CEPT being an international reputed institutions and many people from all walks of life from India who belong to a different ethnicity actually study there.
Yes.
So how are you experiencing mingling with multicultural talented students?
So initially, I think for like the first 2 days, I did find it somewhat difficult to communicate with the vast array of people. There were people from all across India.
Right.
There are about 5 or 6 people from Tamil Nadu. There are people from Kerala. There are people from UP, Himachal, etc. All over the country.
Yeah.
So initially, I did have a bit of difficulty. Everybody's English was not particularly geared towards speaking with other people. But I think about 2 weeks in, we easily started communicating with people. Like changing the language whenever we found it fit. Most people understand either English or Hindi. So it was fairly easy to communicate with them. After one starts speaking in a language, we swap languages, talk very much easily. As for the multi-ethnicity, it has never really been a problem. People easily mingle,
right,
among other things.
Right. Wonderful. That's good to hear. Okay, so you hail from Madurai, did all your schooling in Madurai, and today you are in Ahmedabad, studying in one of the most prestigious institute of India and of international repute. And this transformation, you've gone through a lot of hard work, plus you made a lot of attempts. In the sense like you have given something like 43 entrance exams. You had got multiple admissions and you have actually chosen. So what kind of message would you like to give to the upcoming students?
So my main thing I would like to tell to upcoming students, or advice if you will, is that don't choose a singular path. Don't think that this is what we need to go towards. Well, that sounds good. It doesn't exactly work. Keep multiple tracks open. Like, even after Chellins has said, CEPT was not at the forefront of my mind, if you know what I mean. It's not exactly my first priority. But when my actual thing, that is what I got, came out, I chose CEPT because it was the best of what I had. Other people, they spend too much time on one thing. For example, JEE, if it did not get them where they wanted them to, and they had to make do with a less than ideal situation.
Right.
Keeping a singular path without any backup options just does not work.
Right. But any key messages that you would like to specifically inform your friends or your friends' brothers who are now doing 11th standard, 12th standard?
So, both hard work is very much important. Time management is a very, very important skill. You need to be able to balance both your schooling and your, future prospects.
Right.
Without compromising one or the other. Because the 12th grades do matter, not just for passing. There are many institutes that do consider your 12th grade. But at the same time, entrance examinations are also very much important.
Right. Okay, so as you rightly pointed out, hard work is very, very important. You have to balance your work out between what is important for your school and plus what you wanted to, you aspire to be for your career. So, but then working hard for the board exam and working hard for the entrance exam is one thing. But then you have to keep up with the timelines of various admission process. How did you manage this?
So for me personally, most of that was dealt by the TICF team. As I told, I had taken the admission alert system.
Right.
So what I do is they mostly inform me when an admission comes, either through SMS, mail, or call. I apply the admission and then I wait. Eventually I do get a notification that the admit card has come out, and then eventually in that there's the date of the exam.
Right.
So mainly it was through them that I kept pace of all of this.
Right. While TICF actually guided you to do this, what was the role played by your parents?
For me personally, they were of great help. For example, like for several exams, they were not even in Madurai. They were in Coimbatore, Chennai, Bangalore. I was even told over to come to Rohtak for the IM interview. If it was not for my mother, who had to travel with me to all these places, it would have not been possible.
Right.
That was one of the most important roles she played. She helped me out through practically every exam. They were also my emotional support for all these exams. Writing these many exams is not easy on your mental capacity.
Right. And you have also seen a lot of students coming up from rural segment of the society. And to me, your journey has been a quite inspiration for many of them to emulate. And I'm hopeful that this interview will actually reach out to them, and then so they emulate what you have done and probably repeat, and then so that they get benefited out of it. It was quite inspiring for me to actually talk to you and get to know your experiences. Thanks a lot for having you here and sharing your experiences, and I wish you all the very best in your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.